What's up, guys? This is Syphic coming back at you again with another pickups video. I think it's been a while since my last pickups video, and I've actually picked up on quite a few things, and lots of good stuff, lots of quality, nothing crappy here. Once again, been able to stay away from paying retail for a lot of the stuff. Did a lot of good trades, sold a few things. I was able to score some better stuff. And so right now I'm trying to prioritize. I'm trying to like clean up my collection, getting rid of stuff I don't really play, and so I've been trading it off, selling some stuff off, and I still got a ways to go, but I think I got some good stuff in return. So let's start at it here. Something I was finally able to complete. I actually a while back somebody gave me a Saturn Bomberman, just disc only. So I was finally able to find the manual and case for it. So I was able to complete it. So basically I got the case for, I believe it was like 25 shipped. And it was just the manual on the back insert. So I was able to just gut a sports title and was able to finally complete my Saturn Bomberman. So, and the game's in mint shape. It's got the styrofoam in there. So I was able to put that together. Another game I was able to add back into the collection. I had 2 copies and I actually traded them away. Only because I kind of run across it here and there, so I finally got Sonic Jam back into the collection. And this one I was also able to pick up pretty cheap. I think I got this for 20 shipped, which is a pretty good price because this game usually goes for around 45 to 50 bucks. So I'm glad to have that back in the collection. Let's see here, some flea market pickups. Was able to pick up, got this Virtual Fighter Remix. Now a lot of people don't know, but most times when you run into Virtual Fighter Remix, it's usually the demo version or the version that just comes in the little cardboard cutout. So to find the retail version actually is pretty rare. This game can normally go you can, I mean, sometimes up to like 70 bucks. You can find it maybe for 45 to 50 bucks. So don't pass this one up if you see the long box version of the Virtual Fighter Remix. It's really hard to find. So the lady had it listed at 10 bucks. I could have got it for 5, but I wasn't going to complain. So this is a thrift store find, I mean a flea market find, and it's in excellent shape. She had a bunch of Saturn titles. I kind of had a lot of the stuff that she already had, so couldn't pass this one up. So Virtual Fighter Remix, if you guys see this long box version out there, make sure to get it. So finally nice to have this back in the collection here. My buddy Shaq Funaki always finds CDI games, and he always gives them to me. Which is pretty cool of him, and he found this one. This is a Mutant Rampage Body Slam, which appears to be some type of a, I'm not even sure what it is actually, but it requires a video cartridge. I do have a CDI with the video cartridge, so I'll try that out and see how crappy that game is. But thanks a lot, Shaq Funaki. Link to his channel below. Cool guy. Found another CDI game at a thrift store. This is actually not a game, it's actually a movie. And some CDI games and movies came in this little slip cover. And this is a White Christmas. This was $1. I couldn't pass it up. I mean, the CDI movie, why not? So, did a trade with my friend RRob78. You can check out his video. I'll link to him below as well. You guys can see what he got. And he hooked it up with 3 nice, really nice items here. Actually, I'm gonna have to cover this one up. But this is a mahjong, I believe that's how you say it. It's a Taiwanese game, and it is a it's an unlicensed game. I'm covering it up because it's actually a nude game, so I guess nude chicks probably pop up here and there. And there's actually a naked girl, right here, and with her boobies hanging and all that good stuff. So I don't want to get this video flagged, so I'll cover that up. But it's an interesting piece. I love interesting little weird games and systems, so I had to get this off of him, and he found this at a flea market, and so we did a trade for that. And one of the other items that we traded was a really nice minty copy of Chrono Trigger. Didn't have this game. Always wanted to play it, so now I'll pop it in. It's in really minty shape. The battery's been replaced, so it should be perfectly refreshed. But yeah, awesome label. Very, very nice to have this in the collection. And thanks again for doing a big boy trade and getting this to me. So pretty excited to have this in. You're trying to beef up my Super Nintendo and Nintendo collection right now, so that was kind of cool. And also this pirate cart. This is an NES pirate cart. It has a little, I guess it's like a dog in the front. They make this one in various different numbers. Like I guess there's like a 101, a 201. I think they even make up to like a 401 or something. This is the 201 version of the game. There's a listing on the back of all the games that are available on it. And once again, it's a really, really neat pirate card. I don't know what it's worth. I don't know what these go for, but I just had to have it. So we did a trade for that. So that was pretty cool of him to let that one go. Let's see what else we got here. We got some more trades, actually. I met a really cool guy in our gamer group. Definitely join below. His name is Sean. He also has a YouTube channel. I'll post the link below as well. And he stumbled across a few items that I wanted, and he was able to hook it up. So we traded for a RoboCop versus Terminator. This is the one that has the nice plastic box, limited edition box, I guess. Comes with the game and manual in very nice shape, which is pretty cool. And so check out his video. You can see if he's posted what we traded. But glad to have this. This is actually pretty neat. Like I said, I'm trying to bulk up my Super Nintendo collection, so that was pretty cool to have from him. And also, he was at Savers and he stumbled across a pretty rare game. We did a trade also for a game and some cash. So like I said, check out his channel if you want to see what he got. But that was Menace Beach for the NES, another unlicensed game. But yeah, I had to have it. Like I said, I'm trying to bulk up the NES collection with some kind of fun and rare games. And this is one of those Color Dream games. So pretty cool to have that. Thank you, Sean. You know, one of the things that I've collected over the years that I've just stumbled on, I would always stumble across N64 games, but I've never been a huge N64 guy. So recently I sold off pretty much all of my N64 games, sold and traded them off. But I think what I got in return is totally worth it. Being a TurboGrafx fan, definitely had to add this to the collection, and that is Bonk's Adventure for the NES. Stumbled across a pretty good deal on eBay. Made sure to get pictures of the board and everything, and so I was able to pick this up. A really nice looking label on that, and like I said, basically I just traded off a bunch of N64 games that I just found for like a few bucks. I was able to make a nice chunk of change back, and was able to pick up Bonk's Adventure on the NES. So like I said, trying to bulk up that NES collection. I've been kind of stuck on the Turbo stuff. It's been dry out there, so I'm like, let me focus my attention on the Super Nintendo and NES, which, you know, I kind of stopped. So that was pretty cool to have. So this in the collection. Another game as part of those game sales, I was also able to pick up and get a really good deal on Zombie Nation, which is a pretty quirky, weird shooter. But it's actually really cool. I actually like it. It's kind of quirky and it's kind of weird, and it's totally up my alley. So I decided to get that, and so I added Zombie Nation to the collection as well. A couple of thrift store and game store finds. I normally don't really go to game stores too often, but this is a Shadow Dancer I got for $3 at the local swap meet, and it is complete. I already have the game, but mine is missing the manual, and this one is in way better shape as well. It's got the game in minty shape, manual in minty shape, and so yeah, for $3 could not pass this game up. And like I said, I normally don't pay retail for games. Actually, this game usually goes for anywhere from 30 to 40 bucks. I paid 20, and that is Ys, The Vanished Omens for the Sega Master System. It's got the hang tab, and it's in very, very excellent condition. It's got the manual, got the little promotional catalog, and the game is in excellent shape. So I just picked it up. You know, like I said, I had the money on me. We drove a bit of a ways to go out check this new store out, so I definitely picked that up. Let's see what else here. We got some more thrift store finds for $2.98 at a thrift store. Picked up Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo, and it also came with a super adapter, which lets you play Super Famicom games on the Super Nintendo. So I have quite a few Super Famicom games, so it's pretty awesome to have this. And these actually are pretty expensive. I've seen these go for anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks. So for $3 to get Killer Instinct and the adapter, I could not pass that up. And let's see what else we got here. I found another thrift store near my job. I was able to pick up Sonic R for the PC for $1, and Crazy Taxi 2 for $1. I didn't have this one, so it was awesome to find these. Both of them are complete. Manual and everything is in there. At that same thrift store, for $2.98, I was able to pick up Tony Hawk for the Dreamcast, which I don't think I had, and so it's kind of nice to have this game. A fun game. I remember playing it back in the day. And The House of the Dead 2. I almost passed this up actually because I thought I had House of the Dead 2, but turns out that I didn't, so I'm glad I grabbed this. So for $2.98 to pick up House of the Dead and Tony Hawk's in very nice shape was a great deal. Also at another thrift store, for $2.99, I was able to pick up another Dreamcast controller. You can never have too many of these. But what was cool about this one is this one came with the VMU. So, I mean, for $3 for a Dreamcast controller and a VMU, couldn't go wrong on that. And at another swap meet, I was able to pick up a couple of Super Nintendo controllers for $5, 2 for $5. I mean, I cleaned them up nice, and I actually have a loose Super Nintendo, so maybe I'll just piece this together. And if anyone out there is looking for a Super Nintendo, if you want to trade for it, or if you want to just buy it outright, I'll probably throw it up in the Game Collective group. So that'll be up shortly. And let's see here. One of my other nice trades. I actually also don't really have a liking for my PS1 stuff. I would pick up PS1 games whenever I'd be at the flea markets or thrift stores. I'd get them super cheap for like $1 or $2. And so I ended up with a lot of really good PS1 games, and I'm not really a PS or Sony guy. So I did a local trade with some guy, and I think I got a lot of good stuff for what I gave up. And like I said, I had no emotional attachment to any of the Sony stuff. So so let's see what I got. Got another copy of Dragon Force. And this is disc only, so hopefully I'll try to piece this one together. This is the third copy I've found this year, so that's pretty cool. Or if anyone out there is looking for a disc only of Dragon Force, let me know. We can do a trade. He also hooked it up with the Dragon Force RAM cart, which is basically the Dragon Force RAM carts, in case you guys don't know. It's just a regular Sega or Interact memory card. And when you would buy Dragon Force new, it came with an overlay. And I guess because the game took up so much RAM, you would have a dedicated Dragon Force RAM card, or memory card. So you would just put your sticker over it, and it's basically just an overlay. So when you see these on eBay or whatever, it's just an overlay over a Sega branded cart or Interact cart. So that was pretty cool. Also got Panzer Dragoon RPG, the Azel, and it's in really nice shape. It's a double disc game. That was pretty cool to have. Also hooked it up with a Shining Wisdom, also complete. And he also hooked it up with a copy of Shenmue. And I already have this game, but I needed a manual for it, so I just did the trade just so I can get the manual out of it. So now I have a loose one of these, so if anyone needs this game, it's got all the discs inside, it's got the passport manual, just doesn't have the regular manual. So if you don't care about that and are interested in trading for this, this is up for trade as well. Also part of the trade was a copy of Albert Odyssey, which is really, really cool. Always wanted to play this game. Only thing is it's missing the manual, but it does have the back insert. So I think even over time I should be able to track down the manual for this game and be able to complete it. So Albert Odyssey back in the collection, or in the collection now. Also included in that trade was Gen War. And this one is complete and minty shape. Alien Trilogy, which I believe is a shooter, and it's supposed to be actually a pretty good game, I think, on the Saturn from what I've seen reviews of, but this one is complete as well. Got also in that trade was The Legend of Oasis, also complete, and we're wanting to try that. And I guess a common game was tossed in there was Tomb Raider for the Sega Saturn, so that was pretty cool to have. And then also he did toss in the I guess the Panzer Dragoon controller, or the controller, the you know, the analog joystick for it, which is pretty cool. It's got various buttons here, and this actually you unscrew at the bottom, and you could flip it around in case you're left or right-handed, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so that was part of the trade, all that stuff, and I was pretty excited to get that stuff and add that to the collection. I have been wanting a Sega Master System, the Japanese version. And so I did stumble on eBay of the box for it. It was only $10, and I think shipping was like another $5. So for $15, I was able to get the box. There's no system inside; it's just a box of styrofoam and all that stuff. So if anyone out there has a Japanese Sega Master System and would be willing to trade for it, let me know. But for when I do find the system, which is actually pretty rare to find the Master System in Japan, let me know, and I'd really like to have that, so that's pretty cool. So the box is ready to go. And I guess the biggest pickup is actually a pretty extremely rare console. A lot of people out there probably have never heard of this console, never seen it, don't know about it, but I saw this pop up on my local Craigslist ad, threw out an offer, kind of lost contact with the guy, then he hit me back up. I guess people were lowballing him, and he just, you know, he took an offer. I gave him an offer, and I think it was a great deal, just because I'm a freak for weird, crazy, obscure consoles, so I had to have this. And that system comes in multiple pieces. It's not complete, It comes in multiple boxes, so I don't have the original box, but I do have the majority of the boxes that it came with. And that is the Pippin at World system. This is a joint venture between Apple and Bandai. They got together and put out the system around 95, 96. There are various models. There's the At Mark, which is the popular common one, which you could find plentiful on eBay if you wanted to look for one. They're still expensive though. They're about $300. But the At World model is the model that was released here in the U.S., which is super rare because it bombed so bad. I think there's only like 20 games for it. Some of the games aren't even games, but the team that made Halo originally started developing a game for this system, and basically it bombed. The system is mint, and it's basically new. Came with all the cables and wiring. All the little tabs and everything are all the stuff is wrapped up and everything. And the system, you could still smell the fresh plastic on it. Let me just pull this out so you guys can check it out. And this is what it looks like. It's the Pippin at World version, which is the American version. You can see it has all the buttons on top, multiple connectors on the back, and it's pretty heavy actually. It feels pretty sturdy, and it's just awesome to have this piece. Super excited. But the system came with multiple items. There was a modem for it, which I got here. Here's the modem and CD-ROM stuff for it. Inside, you open up the box, and there's manuals, cables, a modem, power adapter. It's the software that it came with, which is pretty cool. There was also other accessories. You can find this At World model here and there on eBay once in a while, but to find it with its, like I said, its new controller here, it's, like I said, it's never been opened. It's still in its wrapper here, which is pretty cool. Let's pop this out so you can see what the controller looks like. There you go. There's the At World controller, which is pretty cool. It's actually a pretty nice controller. It's kind of small, but I like what they were going with. The D-pad feels a little kind of like a 3DO pad, which I kind of don't like, but it's still pretty neat. But also what it came with as well, and why I couldn't pass this one up, is because it came with the very hard to get. This is the At World touchpad. It's a keyboard for it. And it has a little stylus, and I guess you'd be able to maybe draw on this. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I've still yet to fiddle with this, but it's really, really minty new. Like I said, it's never been used. It's still wrapped up in its little hang tab here and everything. So to get all this complete for an awesome, awesome price, I just couldn't pass it up. But definitely check out videos on YouTube of the Pippin, as you can see what it's all about. But like I said, it's a really extremely rare. That's just kind of cool to have. It's a pretty shitty console, so I wouldn't really recommend anyone picking one up if you're not really, you know, into tinkering with older systems and stuff like that. But it's just a really neat piece to have, and you know, it's part of gaming history. You know, Apple and their first venture into gaming, which was a total failure. So we'll see what happens if they do a second time around. But if you guys are wondering, hey, syphic, what's up with all the turbo pickups? You know, I don't see any. Well, there actually is a ton of turbo pickups. We've got a lot of PC Engine stuff in, TurboGrafx stuff in, some systems, some consoles, obscure stuff. But that's going to be a whole other video on its own. So after this video, maybe in a week or two, or maybe in a few days, look for a all turbo pickup, which will be just nothing but turbo goodies. So yeah, so definitely tune into that. And that's all for this past month. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join our Facebook group if you'd like. You know, want to chat it up, talk about some games or whatever. Or if you're interested in any stuff that I didn't mention that is for trade, hit me up and let me know. Like I said, I'm always down to trade stuff, and I like to give good deals and spread the wealth. So that's all for today, guys. This is syphic once again, signing out. Take care. Lates.